We are diving deep into Artemis 2. This is it, the absolutely critical test flight that marks humanity's return to the moon for the first time in over half a century.
You know, there's really no better way to kick this off than with the words of Commander Reed Wiseman. It just perfectly captures that incredible, awe-inspiring moment as the Orion spacecraft and its crew journeyed out towards our closest celestial neighbor.
And that's a totally fair question, right? After more than 50 years, why now? Well, look, this isn't just about repeating the past. This mission is a vital, crewed test flight designed to prove we can live and work beyond the safety of low Earth orbit. It's all about testing the tech that's going to take us even further. Okay, let's get into it.
All right, first things first, let's meet the 4 astronauts who are undertaking this historic 10-day journey.
And let me tell you, this is not just any crew. They represent a huge leap forward for deep space exploration. We've got Victor Glover, Christina Koch, and Jeremy Hansen, all making history, shattering old barriers, and really expanding the very idea of who gets to explore the cosmos. It's incredible.
So, how in the world do you get 4 people all the way to the moon? Well, you're going to need a ride with some serious horsepower. And in this case, that means using the single most powerful rocket ever built by humans.
I mean, we all know the legendary Saturn V from the Apollo era, right? It was a titan. But the Space Launch System, or SLS, actually surpasses it. It generates about 15% more thrust at liftoff. It's just an absolute beast of a machine.
And this number, well, it just drives home the incredible scale we're talking about here. To break free from Earth's gravity, the SLS unleashes a staggering 8.8 million pounds of raw power. That is just pure, controlled force pushing humanity back out towards the stars.
The launch itself is like this precisely choreographed ballet of fire and physics. It's amazing. In just 8 minutes, those massive solid rocket boosters and the giant core stage are spent and fall away, leaving the Orion capsule in a temporary parking orbit before it makes its big push for the moon.
Okay, so here's something really important to understand about Artemis 2. The crew will not be landing on the moon this time. Instead, their entire path is this beautiful demonstration of orbital mechanics where they actually use the moon itself to guide them back home.
It's called a free return trajectory. Basically, by using the moon's gravity as a slingshot, the Orion spacecraft gets pulled back towards Earth naturally. And that's not just some clever trick, you guys. It's an absolutely critical safety feature. It means that even if Orion's main engine failed out there, the crew could still make it home.
And that flyby day? Oh, it is just jam-packed with these incredible, historic moments. The crew is going to fly farther from Earth than any human in history, breaking the record set by the Apollo 13 crew. They'll lose all contact with Earth for 40 minutes as they sweep behind the far side of the moon, and they'll get to see a total solar eclipse from a perspective no one has ever had before. Just imagine that.
But hey, this isn't just some joyride to break a few records. This mission is a crucial testbed for all the new technologies we're going to need for long-duration spaceflight, especially when we start thinking about places like Mars. For the very first time, NASA is testing a high-speed laser communication system. So instead of just regular old radio waves, it uses infrared lasers to blast data back to Earth at 260 megabits per second. So what does that actually mean? It means we can stream 4K ultra-high-definition video live from the moon. This is a complete game-changer for future missions. And on board, they're doing some seriously cutting-edge biological research. They're using this organ-on-a-chip tech to see how deep space radiation affects human cells in real time. They're also deploying a bunch of small satellites from international partners, which, really makes this a global effort. So, getting to the moon is one thing. But how do you bring 4 astronauts home safely? Well, the return journey is, without a doubt, the mission's most demanding, and probably its most dangerous test.
After cruising back for a few days, the Orion capsule is going to absolutely slam into Earth's atmosphere at a mind-boggling 25,000 miles per hour. To put that into perspective for you, that is fast enough to get from New York to Tokyo in under 20 minutes. That incredible speed creates an insane amount of friction with the air. It's going to heat the capsule's protective shield to nearly 5,000 degrees Fahrenheit, literally turning the air around it into a superheated plasma. So you can imagine the stakes for this final fiery part of the mission are just unbelievably high. As NASA's Landing and Recovery Director Lily Villarreal puts it, the weight of that responsibility is immense. There is absolutely zero room for error.
Because a successful splashdown and recovery doesn't just end this mission. It's about kicking the door wide open to a brand new era of lunar exploration and everything that comes after. See, the long-term vision isn't just about going back and forth. Future missions are going to use a new, dedicated lunar space station called the Gateway. Think of it like a base camp in the sky, a hub in lunar orbit where we can get landers, equipment, and supplies ready for missions down to the surface and, one day, for that long journey to Mars.
And the success of Artemis 2 really sets the stage for a whole new wave of missions from both commercial companies and other countries. We're seeing this new lunar ecosystem develop right before our eyes, with companies like Blue Origin and Astrobotic planning to deliver rovers and infrastructure even before NASA's first crew lands with Artemis 4.
Artemis 2 proves we can do it. It proves we have the capability to send humans back into deep space, reopening a door that's been shut for 50 years. So the real question it leaves us with is, now that we've taken this step, where are we going to go from here?